with our educators. We are at episode 4 of Proctur Pro Talks, which is an initiative by Proctur, where our educators meet each other and discuss about their success journey and also share their tips, which not only help the educators, coaching institutes, but also the students. So, welcome everyone. And today we have Nishant sir, the founder and CEO of Proctur. So, let me introduce you with Nishant sir. Nishant sir, the founder and CEO of Proctur. Proctur, which is an edtech which has pioneered the digitization of educational institutes, and it is providing its innovative solutions to across 250 plus cities and helping 1,500 institutes across India. Nishant sir himself is a core technologist who has been a part of several technology giants like Citibank Japan, Infosys Technologies, and Fidelity International. Also, Nishant sir is a serial entrepreneur. He has been a founder of several startups, few of which include legallink.jp, then we have Let's Cargo, and many more. Thank you, Nishant sir, for joining us on Proctor Pro Talks. We welcome you on this platform.
Thank you, Asta.
Thank you, sir. And at the same time, we have our guest for today, Sagar Desai sir, who is the founder and co-partner of Yuval Classes Vadodara. Welcome, Sagar sir. Welcome to Proctor Pro Talk.
Yeah,
Now, if we talk about Sagar Desai sir, Sagar Desai sir, he's a chartered accountant by qualification and a teacher by profession. The Yuval Academy platform is spread across 9 locations in India and serves approximately 1,500 students. And sir is providing his knowledge to 1,500 students across India. Mr. Sagar sir, he stood fifth in Vadodara district in HSC exams, qualified chartered accountancy courses in May 1999 exam. Also, he has to his credit-rich corporate experience while working with ABB as a financial controller and with General Motors India as a senior executive in finance for 3 years. Sagar sir is an expert faculty for accountancy, statistics, auditing, and taxation. Thank you, Sagar sir, for joining us on Proctor Pro Talks. We're really happy for you being with us on this platform. Thank you.
thank you, Asta, and thank you, Nishanji, and Namaste in this COVID
Thank you.
times. And
Right.
thanks a lot for inviting me for this show.
Thank you, Sagarji, for joining us today. And thank you, Asta, for the nice introduction. Let's start the Pro Talks today. And welcome to all the viewers who are watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So, Sagarji, so we have met just once, I think, but we have been associated for almost 3 years now, 3 to 4 years. So it has been privileged to host you today and discuss regarding inclusive education in India. So just could you briefly share your journey regarding UWIL? How did you start and what stage you are at right now? So
Okay, see, it's like a very interesting thing because, while I was studying for CA and all, there was this coaching thing was never in my mind. Okay, yeah, I thought a teacher ban sakte, but I would really become a teacher, and like I never thought. Now, after completing my CA, I went for corporate experience. I worked for 1 year with ABB, and
which year was
three.
it, Sagarji?
It was 99 2000.
Okay.
I'm basically 75 born.
Doesn't look like anyways.
2000, so I'm 45 right now. So around 98 2000, and then for 3 years I've worked for General Motors. Now, year 2004 was the year when I joined my friend Amit Darji, who is basically an actual founder of UL Classes,
Okay.
and he's also my colleague. I've been knowing him since year 1994.
Okay.
1994, that's like from 11th standard itself. We were batchmates. And year 2004, like I had left my corporate job and I wanted to get into coaching because I felt it's a good thing. Like teaching is always the always very rewarding, not just financially, but also like spiritually. And you're always with the youngsters, like lots of benefits are there being a teacher. And if you
Mm-hmm.
can really impart education, and if it works for you, I think that's the best happen to anyone. So
Right.
I was just like wondering what to do next, and
Mm-hmm.
coincidentally, I met Amit after
Mm-hmm.
10 years, and he said that I'm
Wow.
already doing a coaching class at my residence, and
Uh-huh.
he is basically a MSW by qualification. So
Okay.
after 12, like I went for CA and he went for MSW, and then he completed it. He also had a corporate experience of around 1.5, 2 years. Then he started
Uh-huh.
this thing at his home, coaching class at his home.
Okay.
In
Uh-huh.
2004, he met me and he said, "Hey, let's start together and let's go commercial. I'm doing at my home, and I'm a very good teacher for theory subjects. And you being a CA, you can take a practical subjects."
Okay.
So, without thinking much, because I was knowing him, ऐसा कुछ सोचना ही नहीं था कि क्या मिलेगा क्या नहीं.
Uh-huh.
That those things never come to my mind. I said, "Okay,
Right.
let's do it." It's like the moment he said, "Let's do it,"
Instantaneous.
let's do it. And 2000, he founded Uwil, year 2000. So this is the
Uh-huh.
20th year of Uwil. And
Great. Congratulations.
2004, he started commercially with 2 locations in Baroda.
Okay.
And at that time, this is like what our goal was, to reach maximum students. And we wanted to give the best to the students. And we were a team of qualified people who were into this field by choice. So we
Right.
wanted to get into this, and we started off very well because that intent was there to give the best to students.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you have to give the best in coaching class. Okay, so that was going to be
Right.
there. But we bought this concept of providing the best infrastructure to students.
Okay.
I'll just go back to 2000 while speaking, everything is coming in front of my eyes. That 2004 was an era where traditional coaching classes were doing extremely well, extremely well. Lots of
Mm-hmm.
back flooded. Admissions are just rejected. That if you
Mm-hmm.
want admission, you have to stand in a queue. And but what was very sad was that the coaching classes, in spite of doing so good, were not upgrading themselves, not providing
Right.
the best infrastructure, and everywhere holistically they were not focusing on this. They were very like sort of, I would say, complacent, because students आ रहे हैं, पैसे आ रहे हैं, अच्छा पढ़ा रहे हैं, रिजल्ट आ रहे हैं,
Right.
क्या जरूरत है? And then we thought कि first thing in UL is we want to give the best, no compromise in giving anything to students. And we
Mm-hmm.
started with a very good infrastructure, and you will be really surprised, Nishanji, because you are
Mm-hmm.
quite younger to me, that at that time AC class was a luxury.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So we started good infra, AC classrooms, or teachers
Okay.
like us who are so qualified and who want to share their experience and want to develop the students. Sorry, not just by getting good result, but overall they should be like developed. Like if you ask me, कि sir और क्या in UL? So apart from
Mm-hmm.
academics, what should be their thought process? What should be their vision? How they should be ready for the further corporate life? So it's not
Right.
just कि भाई बुक में जो है पढ़ाया घर चले जाओ पैसे ले लो खत्म. It was like we
Mm-hmm.
started with a very novel concept at that point of time, and just believe me, like from like 2004, 2005, 6, 7, 8, we just started doing awesome.
Great.
And 2004, when we used to tell like people that we want to have like 10 locations, 15 locations,
Mm-hmm.
people really think कि ये क्या बोल रहा है? ऐसा coaching में कभी हो सकता है? Like कैसे? How you
Right.
can like see a coaching class, which is like a brick and mortar format,
Right.
but that was there in our mind, in our subconscious mind, and believe me, everything like went according to what our thoughts were. तो जो
Great.
अपने कहते हैं ना कि अगर आप कुछ चीज को दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात. So that thing
Right.
really was. And 2008 and then 9, 10, we started growing. So then no
Great.
looking back. And currently we are like 9 locations and
Mm-hmm.
around 1500 plus students. The
Right.
students would have been more if COVID was not there.
Right.
It really doesn't matter, but still that is how we are doing. We
Uh-huh.
run across 35 batches a day.
Wow.
That's what we are doing. And 2000, I think 17 was the year when you guys came into the picture.
Right.
2016, 17 or 17, 18. Now, as I told you, we always wanted to give the best. So, see, coaching is not just you get inside the classroom and teach. Apart from teaching, also so many things are to be taken care of. Teaching is, I
Right.
would say, one of the part of a coaching class. Okay, it's one of the part. Definitely, it's the most important part, but it is one of the part. You have to have
Right.
everything together to develop, to grow, and even for students. So systems is what actually we worked on right from year 2004, and
Right.
the systems were for basically monitoring the progress of the students, their regularity, the test, the feedback to parents. And
Right.
Nishant, even when you were not there, like before Proctor came into our team, okay, we like in year 2014 or so, we developed a software for us with some vendor. So we
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to get along with the technology, what was happening very rapidly at that point of time. So 2014-15, we started with this digital thing of
Mm-hmm.
monitoring the students, managing the institute. However, that did not work well, and you guys came into the picture. That was actually what we wanted to do to scale, that we
Right.
should have a system driven organization and not a teacher driven organization. Definitely a teacher is going to be the most important phase and
Right.
important, but then if there are no systems, then you can't scale. So
Right.
that's how we started, and these were our thought processes and all. If you
Great.
say a mobile was like invented to talk wirelessly, but
Right.
right now we are not buying a mobile to talk to people. We are buying for something else, that
Right.
talking the fourth or the fifth or the sixth priority, the voice quality, the network connection. Maybe we don't even bother.
Right.
We like a super camera, super music phone. Let's buy
Right.
it. That sort of thing. So that is the same thing for coaching.
Right.
You have to
Great.
keep on evolving, working, and
Right.
technology. I think that's the crux
Over.
and I think the essence of this talk show is that how online thing. But
Right.
from online, it's the digitally how you are managing your coaching center is going to play a big role going further.
Right. Great. So first of all, congratulations, Sagarji, for completing 20 years.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
And basically, the main highlights for you have been the first thing I think is that you started with your will to start the teaching.
True.
So it was by choice. That's I think most top
Absolutely.
reason for you to grow to that level. And definitely the investment in the infrastructure, which you said. And thirdly, your focus on the systems. So I think these three are key reasons probably I would take out from your discussion, right?
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
definitely COVID has changed a lot of things for us, right? And it has become completely online. So probably the infrastructure which you have built may not be of
It's
that
like
importance
idle.
now,
It's like idle. Absolutely.
right?
And yeah, when we enter the classroom, we really miss those days.
Definitely, I'm sure. So coming to the topic for today, so that is regarding inclusive education. So over the last I won't say years or but decades, the definition of inclusive education has changed, I think, over the time. So earlier
Mm.
it used to be considered only for the specially abled students, probably,
True, true, true,
but
true.
now it covers, I think, everybody, be it different economic statuses, genders, location. So
Absolutely.
we have to impart education to everybody equally. So
True.
that's a topic for discussion today. And
Mhm.
definitely it has become more challenging during due to COVID situation, right? Because India is not that rich country still that we everybody has a internet access. I was
Absolutely.
looking at the data, probably just 24% of the Indian population has internet access today,
That's pretty less.
and Yeah, it's very less, right? And not every household has a gadget or a laptop or a mobile device to
True,
study.
true,
So
true.
what's your thought process on this? How we ensure that education is inclusive?
See, basically, like this online thing, okay, it's like you can penetrate anywhere you want. You are not restricted to geographical boundaries. That's what
Hmm.
the first thing about online education is. And online education is also very affordable. I would also add that because, see, most of the things are available on YouTube free of cost. There are institutes like Khan Academy who is providing free lectures. But you
Right.
like that is amazing, like even if you don't have like so much money to pay fees for a upmarket coaching class or upmarket school, that's okay now. That is gone. Doesn't matter because like everything is all resources are available.
Right.
Most of them are free of cost, and that's a big change what is coming in this education field. And
Hmm.
if you these days companies like Google, Facebook, Apple, now what I have heard from my friends out there in USA is that now even they are not asking for qualification degrees. Okay, they are like calling you for the interviews and they are seeing your skill set and they are seeing how well you can solve a problem. So if you are able to
Right.
help that organization, you are in. Doesn't matter you have a degree from this college or that college. So
Right.
eventually it is going to happen in India also. But right now we
Right.
have our own infrastructure related challenges like penetration is very low. Again,
Right.
COVID has just caught us like we were just like not expecting and it happened suddenly. And
Hmm.
people lost businesses. Now internet may not be that expensive, but the gadget to run that internet and learn from that would be a cost to a low middle class or people who are just above the poverty line. So that
Right.
was one of the biggest challenge, and what we also faced with our students and their parents, that we wanted to like start online thing. We even started because like at UL, year 2015-16 we started making our video lectures. So
Hmm.
like I took this initiative and I used to carry my iPhone in the classroom, record the lectures, go back home, edit it, and make it available to student. Now the goal was not to sell it and make money out of it because that market was just not there. But the goal was that to provide a good backup to students who have missed their
Uh-huh.
lectures.
Right.
Secondly, I would really like to point this out because there may be many coaching class teachers who are also watching this. It
Right.
was also planned to there was also a plan to develop a teacher training tool.
Okay.
So at that time, if we used to hire
Mhm.
a teacher, then we have to tell that teacher to sit inside our classroom and take training. But with video
Okay.
lecture, it was also a very good teacher training tool for us that you see these
Right.
lectures and then you add your own thought process and go and
Right.
teach it at the classroom. So we started by 2018, our app was ready and we were supporting students with that app. But as you said, very less people used to use that in spite of it being available free of cost. Now
Right.
2000 March and I started my 12th standard batch. Now
Hmm.
I already had the content ready with me, my app was there, but what we saw is many students are not able to connect, not able to watch the lectures, many
Right.
don't have gadget. There are siblings and there is only one gadget available.
Right. Yeah, that's a common
These are
problem.
like big challenges. What going further would be that, like as you know now, that people have become very aware and like people would have cut down on everything else and got a handset for their kids or a
Right.
laptop, basically a tablet. But going further, we have to think something beyond this as well. Like these days, even this D2H services are offering online coaching, which
Right.
it's an amazing way to penetrate
Right.
because like the poorest of poor would also be having these days a TV at their home. They may
Right.
not be having a smartphone. They may be
Right.
a labor who is staying in a temporary huts and all, but you will see a dish antenna over there.
Right.
So
Very true.
apart from internet penetration, I feel that this D2H thing, cable thing, which is actually actually started,
Right,
that
right, right,
also play a major role, and we also have to be content ready for that platform.
right. And
So that is what I see going further.
right. Another thing I could probably try to add is the radio. I think could be another channel which we are missing
True,
out.
true,
That could be
absolutely,
another. Right.
absolutely true. But
Right.
radio is only audio.
Yeah,
So
obviously, but
yeah, so such type of courses can be definitely be on the radio platform.
right,
But
right.
courses like when I teach accounts, statistics, mathematics, it becomes
Yeah,
very
it's
difficult.
probably difficult to write. Right.
And online thing I feel like is going to be there and it's going to evolve like anything.
Uh-huh.
And what I see is, really like this is just my thought process. Okay, these days when I switch on my TV and watch anything, any good
Mm-hmm.
show, like it maybe KBC or international cricket matches going on, or maybe a show like
Mm-hmm.
Big Boss or Tarak Mehta or anything, you will find that every good program has a online learning platform, a sponsor.
Right, very true.
No, we are not here to discuss the profitability of such institute.
Right,
Uh, like it's a constant hammering on the mind of people, and I think the idea for these people is not to sell their course, but to change the mindset of people. That अगर
right,
पढ़ाई करना है तो online ही करना है.
right.
So
That's true.
that is also one of the issue going further, which we coaching class people have to face because right now, see, we are coaching class. Okay, we are not
Mm-hmm.
schools. Let
Right,
so let's understand this. We are supporting the education system, but we are not
right,
the education system. To be honest,
right,
uh, if this thing comes that school guy for that peer group thing, social development, again academics and discipline and what all lots of benefits of school. But
uh-huh.
after school, students come to coaching classes like ours. Now, if this thing if this thing happens, that mindset starts changing,
Right,
that school के बाद तो पढ़ाई घर पे ही करना है, online नहीं
right,
करना. So we have to be ready, and we as UL has already started working on those lines
right,
because we don't want that anywhere we should be be behind from other players because what strength we have is we are local people, we have that local flavor. I am a teacher
right,
who is like almost born brought up in Baroda, not born in Baroda but brought up in Baroda. Okay,
right,
same as my team, so we know the local culture, what things would connect with students. So
right,
digitally also we have to be there very strongly because if
right,
that shift is there in the mindset of people, then it's
right,
going to come to us as well.
right.
So that is
Very true.
what I feel is a challenge for all of us who are into this coaching industry,
Right, true.
apart from government regulations and
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. So from the
Because
student perspective, what challenges do you see during online learning? Like engagement could be a challenge,
see, I
connection
would
could
say
be a
like,
challenge.
yeah, that challenges I think everyone is facing. Now, what
Mm-hmm.
I have seen is like there are different categories of student right now. There are
Mm-hmm.
some category of students who are very happy with online learning. Now, online, I would say is like comprises of two things. One is you give them recorded lectures.
Mm-hmm.
So recorded lectures, my experience is students just don't watch
Right.
or very few watch
Mm-hmm.
because see it is not entertainment, let me be honest, learning
Right.
education is not entertainment, and the
Right.
moment they go onto their mobile there will be notification of Instagram, Facebook,
Right.
YouTube.
Right.
So a student taking this as a challenge and he wants to really learn and is ready to see the video lectures will be very few.
Definitely.
So that is what we faced when we were doing this video lecture thing to our student because suddenly lockdown was there. We did not have proper gadgets to run online classes. We were not knowing what is Zoom or
Right.
what is classes. Okay,
Very true.
we were not equipped. We were not trained. Our team
Right.
was not trained. So at that time we were doing for video lectures, and this is what we realized that video lectures only is not going to work. They have
Right.
their own advantages that anytime you can view, you can watch it
Right.
multiple multiple times. But then, how to motivate a child to watch my video lecture? Like in
Right.
class also, if they are not paying full attention, 100%.
Right.
So video lecture is difficult.
Very
But
different.
then we thought that only video lecture in online is not going to help. We also need
Uh-huh.
live sessions because
Right.
that brings a discipline in the child that
Right.
this portion of my day I'm going to study. Sir is
Right.
going to be in front of me. It's an interactive session.
Right.
So in online thing, what we have largely seen is with live session as well as video lecture, there are group of students who are doing very good. Now, those group of students are those students who would have done very good in the classroom
Classroom
also.
as well. Right.
Exactly. But there are certain students who have these issues of connectivity, who have this issue of like कि पढ़ना पढ़ रहा है, पढ़ना
Right.
पढ़ेगा पर पढ़ना नहीं है, sort
नहीं
of
है.
attitude. Okay. See, we were also student, and we know कि like these can be thought process of teenagers, and these days they are exposed to so many things. So study is
Right.
the last thing they want to do. So from them we are getting constant feedback that when the classes will start, sir, when the classes
Mm.
will start. Now, I really analyze that why there are some group of students or many of them are doing good in live session. It is
Mm-hmm.
because they have no one to disturb them.
Okay.
We are
Okay.
sitting three people on a bench. Like you may be
Right.
very much interested, but हो सकता है आजू बाजू,
Right.
people are not
That
interested
could
to
be.
पढ़ना चाहते हो, लोग तुम्हें पढ़ने नहीं दे रहे. So these are the
Right.
advantages. Okay, let
Right.
me point out. These are the advantages of live thing because you're one to one. There may
Right.
be so many people in your live session, but you are watching Sagar
You are
sir,
one to right.
and watching you.
No
So
distraction.
that
Right.
way, online is going to really be useful to such people, such
Right.
kids, and
Right.
many would be continuing online along with offline, or only online they would be doing that. That market is definitely there. So
Right.
online, I would say, is like definitely inclusive hai, and we have to take it as a part of our life and our
Right.
industry. And we have to really match up to people who are there in the market who have suddenly become very big. So
Right.
we have to keep up with times going forward.
Right. So, what things you have been doing differently during online to ensure that there is proper engagement or maybe connection with the students?
Oh, absolutely.
Anything?
Absolutely. That's what I said. Like by giving video lectures, okay, we were not
Uh-huh.
able to connect to students
Right.
because we have Proctor at our place, so we do that regular telecalling, monitoring of
Okay.
attention, homework,
Okay.
then like all these things are there. But then giving video lecture is like you're just aloof from that student
Mm-hmm.
community, not knowing what they're thinking, how they're understanding, what doubt difficulty they have.
Right.
So immediately once the lockdown like started unfolding, we started live sessions. And
Right.
that is what we did differently. That along with video lectures, we also had live sessions
Right.
support. And
So it's
live
complete.
sessions, sorry.
Uh-huh. Please, please. Sorry.
So live sessions really helped us to understand the nerves of students, that what exactly they are doing, how they are
Right.
in the live session, how many of them have their cameras off. There are so
Uh-huh.
many.
Right.
How many of
Right.
them have their cameras on and they are like not paying attention? Then interaction started taking place with the students. So we were trying to replicate a classroom thing, on an
In the
online
online manner. Okay.
online platform. So that is
Okay.
what we did differently, apart from what we were doing, like attendance, homework,
Right. Right.
feedback,
Right.
telecalling, which we were
Okay.
anyhow doing. But that
Right.
thing we
Okay.
continued in online.
Okay. So that's probably something different I'm hearing because many institutions they stopped doing the things they were doing in offline and just started teaching online. I think you are continuing both, so probably that could have
Yeah,
worked
right.
for
Because
you.
like both we have to do, like offline, obviously it's going to start. COVID is not going to be there forever. Okay,
Right.
in 1918 there was a pandemic. Now people, I would not have even thought or heard about it if this was not
Mhm.
there. So
Right.
it came and it went off. So this maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, it will go away. People are going to go to movie theaters. They are going to go
Definitely.
to clubs, restaurants. Similarly, they are going to come to classrooms.
Right.
And students want that experience, to be honest, Nishanji. You know,
Right.
and I really would like to share this with you.
Uh-huh.
Many like the moment government gives us permission, you know what is going to happen? The students are going to tell their parents, "कि online में मजा नहीं आ रहा."
Right.
Now, now I hope you can get this. You know, कि if you are a student and you are in your home since like 7, 8 months, you know, you
Right.
want to go and meet your friends. You want
Right.
to be in the classroom. You want to be
Right.
with your batchmates. You want to make new friends. You want
Right.
to see the world live. You want to
Very
like
true.
have an experience. So that will, I think, initially, this is what we all are going to face. Students are going to
Right.
say, कि
Right.
online में अभी नहीं समझ में आता.
Right. And
The thing is, they want to come out, they want to meet, and that's what we
right.
all want to do. You know,
Right.
if it is said that COVID is gone, we would immediately pack our bags and go to Goa, maybe, or
Right.
somewhere
I
else.
think it's not only with students, probably all teachers and
All of us.
everybody else as well. Yeah, all of us, right?
So even like people like you and me, we want to go to
Right, right.
office.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
everyone is working, we don't want to be home. But
Right,
yes, this like change of mindset is taking place because of
right.
big players in the market. I don't want to name them and promote their brand on this platform, okay?
Right,
But they are trying to really change the mindset, and we also have to change our mindset now
right,
as coaching class owners, as teachers, as entrepreneurs.
right.
That is what we all need to see, and even
Definitely.
same challenges for you.
Right. Very true. So you're doing like classes when you're doing through whatever platform you're using. So you're doing two-way communication with the students during the class, or how is it?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely. We have interactive sessions because
Okay.
there are so many things where we ask them questions.
Mm-hmm.
Students now, students are also like have started asking doubts and difficulty because of connectivity issue. Many times they miss out what we have said. So
Okay.
students immediately, if it's a live session, they would tell us, "Ki, sir, we have missed this out. Can you repeat
Okay.
again?"
Okay.
Yes, video lectures are available, but at that point of time, that student wants to know that
No,
concept.
right. Yeah, perfect. Right.
Yeah. And maybe he is studying some sibling, a brother, sister is coming and disturbing, someone came, attention loss. So
Mhm.
they come to us like this. We keep on asking questions. If someone's
Uh-huh.
camera is off, you switch on the
Okay.
camera. Okay,
Okay.
this is explain me this concept.
Uh-huh.
So we are trying, to replicate a classroom thing
Right.
uh, digitally. Obviously, everything can't be replicated because that human thing is not there. But this is what we are doing. Interaction is
Right.
definitely there. And for theory lectures, so we have full interactive sessions where we ask
Right.
them questions and all. Because I, being a teacher of practical subjects, too much interaction is difficult because we have to
Right.
solve and all. But
Right.
yes, some sort of interaction. Definitely, we make sure that all students are listening, they are paying attention. That's
Right.
what we keep on trying.
Right. So does it take more time to complete the lecture during online or in the classroom?
More time in online, absolutely
More time. Okay.
online, because like we are not able to actually make out the facial expression of the students, and that
Right.
connect is not there. So
Right.
many times I may be explaining a concept, but many times I even feel that maybe I need to repeat it twice or thrice because some student may not be paying attention, they are at their home.
Right.
Many of the students have bandwidth issue, so they don't
Right.
switch on the cameras. See,
Right.
this is a very big challenge to us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when we
Definitely.
see that all of you switch on their cameras, many people lose connection.
Right.
So then it becomes like really challenging at such point of time that for us that we have to keep on repeating again and
Right.
again and again, explaining things. So length increases many a time. That becomes like more time consuming because we are
Right.
not able to connect to the student directly. So as
Right.
a teacher, we feel like what I'm teaching, my kids are like comfortable reading their faces, the environment. But now with this online, we have to assume that they have not understood at first instance. So we have to
Right.
repeat once, twice, maybe once in English, then in vernacular. We have to
Right.
use everything to make them understand because the end of the day they have to give exams
Right.
to score marks. Definitely they have to score because this report card, okay, is going to be there in their resume forever. And at
Right.
that time, no one is going to say कि भाई COVID था और तुम नहीं पढ़ पाए और कम क्यों है. So no one is going to listen because you and I, we both know in corporate world that doesn't matter. You have to just
Yeah.
perform.
Yeah. Right.
The same thing is for students. They have to get good results. So in fact, now our task has become more challenging, more difficult.
Right.
But We want that they study, they understand the concept, they practice. So constant follow-up from our institute, that whether they have done the homework, not done,
Okay.
assignments, feedback, everything
Right.
we have to do it with now. With we have to be more careful. We have to take care of
Right.
them. We have to take care more of our students.
Right.
So they are not in front of us.
Right. Probably the responsibility has increased than past, right? Because
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, like, as I said, ki, like, now technology is like changing so fast. There are big players coming, entering the market.
uh-huh.
And we can't be caught napping कि भाई चलो हमारा तो अच्छा चल रहा है तो चलेगा.
Uh-huh.
Ultimately, coaching class, you have to give the best to the student in every
Right.
way. And they have to get
Right.
result. At the end of the day, the parents and this world is going to see the result. So for that,
Right.
students not being in front of us is a big challenge. So we have to
Right.
constantly keep on working on it because they are not in front of me. They are not. There are students who have not even seen me face to face and they are studying under me. Now for
Right.
them, switching is very easy
Right.
because that connect has just not come. So
Right.
we have to be more aggressive now.
Definitely.
I hope you are getting the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because my
True.
students who have seen me, they are connected with me, they are going to be with me. But here, if
Right.
they're not doing good, if something they are not happy, they are not understanding, it may be
Right.
because of any reason.
Right. True.
How do I ensure they remain with me only? Because
Right.
I am actually developing them, so I want them to be with me so that I can completely develop them. You know,
Right. Right. Very true.
that's
And
okay.
right. And how the interaction with parents you are still continuing to do frequently, or
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
okay.
And see, parents also understand the situation. There are many parents who ask us that, sir, when you are starting, our kids want to come to the classroom and
Okay.
study. They have doubt difficulty. They are not doing on their own because see, there
Uh-huh.
are different type of students we have to cater to,
Right.
and it's really like with a heavy heart we have to say कि permission is not there, so we can't allow you.
Right.
They keep on requesting us, कि sir, आ जाएंगे सर क्या फर्क पड़ता है
Mhm.
but we don't want to go against the government and in
Right.
this situation which can affect health of our kids and us as well and our team and our family.
Right.
So there are this feedback what we are getting there. We are also getting
Mhm.
this type of feedback that sir we are doing amazing. We are very happy with you. And our kids are also learning and they are also very happy.
Mhm.
So there are different type of people,
Right.
and different experience they have. Uh, Generally, those who have good internet connection, a good gadget at their home, preferably a laptop, not a mobile phone, because
Right.
studying mobile phone is like really difficult.
Right.
That's why we all have TV and we want to watch movie on a TV and not on our mobile phone.
Obviously. Right.
So those students who have lots of gadgets and like they have good infrastructure maybe are doing better as
Mhm.
compared to those who are not able to have access to all these things.
Right. Right. Great.
So that
So
these are the general feedbacks what we get from parents. So there
right.
are all type of feedback we are getting, but largely they are positive. Largely they
Okay.
are.
Great. So since it's largely positive, so do you see after COVID, probably many students of yours may want to continue online?
See, once we get the permission, and we all know that it's not going to be like what it used to be pre-COVID. We can't
Uh-huh.
have a batch of 60 students, 70, 80 students. So
Right.
now what we need to do is we have to have both the models working
Right.
parallelly. We
Right.
have to call students maybe 2 days or 3 days a week for important topics, for which
Uh-huh.
actually a classroom or a face-to-face sessions are required, and
Right.
that will be conducting. That is what I'm just like saying as of now. Then we also have to
Right.
train how well
Right.
will be depending on the subject topic and all. And
Right.
then doubt difficulty, we have to call them at our premises.
Right.
So apart from that, you can say almost 50-60% will still be online, and
Uh-huh.
maybe
Okay.
40-50% sort of would be offline. Offline support. It will not be like full-fledged classes are running,
Uh-huh.
everything is calling them every day because that permission I don't think we are going to get. If we
Right.
get, then this vaccine is there. We
Mhm.
all have that. Then that's fine. Then
Right.
also online we have to keep because
Right.
in online space is growing rapidly.
Right.
And I think
Definitely.
lots of survey has been done by big players. Even like Google has done a survey on online
Uh-huh.
learning, and they have come with very big figures. And like billion. Now people are getting investment in billion. So
Right.
that space is going to grow big. So
Mhm.
offline is there, and online also we have to be present, because
Right.
we don't know when dynamics change, when thought process change, and that is eventually going to change. That is what I feel going further. This
Right.
is my personal opinion, not opinion of my class, but it is my
Right.
personal opinion that this will
Right.
change. So both we have to cater to.
Right. Definitely. As I also talk to many of the coaching institute owners and maybe schools as well. So probably blended is the future. What comes out after the discussion with many.
Sorry.
Blended learning is the future
Blended,
probably. Yeah.
absolutely,
So there will be
absolutely,
a mix of both offline and online. So
absolutely. And
okay.
there would definitely be a market, let me add this, for
Uh-huh.
only offline classes also. I'm
Right.
not
Definitely.
saying it will go away. It will be there
Right.
exclusively offline. That may
Right.
become a trend going further. And
Definitely.
there would be a market for players who are just doing online. But for me, if you ask me, the blended model would work the best from
Right.
a entrepreneur point of view, or
Right.
from a commercial point
Mhm.
of view. Because
Right.
see, we as teachers want to reach maximum people. Then only our
Right.
job is done. And
Right.
uh, being a teacher is, something spiritual as per me, because I'm selected by some force to be a teacher, and I have something which helps me impart knowledge. So I want to reach maximum people. So how do I
Right.
do that? So one
Right.
is offline, other is online, and we have to
Online.
blend.
Right.
Definitely, we have to blend. And we as you will have already started. Like since
Right.
2018, we were
Yeah,
working
you
on it.
already.
We were
Right.
working. Now our conviction has become stronger. You know,
Right.
this will be there.
Thank you so much,
Now,
Sagarji. Right.
I'll just add one thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
see, so far, if you say, like, if someone wants to expand, they'll say we'll start a branch here or branch there, and then huge investment goes into it. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
would say instead of making an additional branch, you invest that money in technology.
Right.
That will
Very
be
true.
like amazing for all my coaching class colleagues over here, and that is
Right.
maybe that thought process would be really fruitful to those who can really think about this in a positive way.
Right.
And then, so you have to now invest in technology. That's
Right.
what I mean to say.
Right. And for students also, I think it brings a lot of advantages as well because we
Absolutely.
can measure the outcomes, we can track progress. So there are a lot of other advantages which technology brings. So
Absolutely. And it's going to evolve like anything. Like so
right.
many new things are going to come. So many
Right.
new things. So
Definitely.
it's a win-win for all of the people out there. But for
Right.
coaching classes, I would say we have to really upmarket ourselves, and we have to like
Definitely.
get a different level going
Right.
further.
Right.
So then only we'll be able to survive or maybe grow in this market going ahead.
Right.
So at a
And
wink
yeah.
of an eye, something new is happening. And the world is moving very fast. So either I keep up with the world, or maybe I'm
Right.
left behind, or maybe I'm crushed. That's
Right.
the situation. And this is what
Right.
I would like to share with all my professional colleagues and my coaching class colleagues. This is what
Right.
we have to really start thinking.
Right. I think earlier it used to be only Vadodara. Now it's world, which is our target market, right? So
Absolutely, absolutely.
we can
Slowly and
expand it.
gradually, we have to
Right.
think about that. And even
Right.
like I would add, because of the national education policy which is coming, so we all need to really read it. All of the
Right.
teachers of coaching classes read it thoroughly and see what are the
Right.
opportunities for us in that. Because
Right.
maybe it may be a game changer for
Right.
many,
Definitely. Definitely. Right.
and even for students.
Right. So any final words for your students? You want to give any message to
Yeah, I would
students?
say, yeah, like we are just waiting for COVID to get over, and we are just missing those days what we used to have
Right.
in the classroom, and I'm sure they are also missing the same. And I would just tell one thing to my student, that I've seen many students who are like feeling very down because of the COVID situation, and many of my students who are pursuing CA are really down because of exams getting delayed and postponed and all.
Right.
And happening for even graduation level students and 11th, 12th level students. So many lose the interest of studying. But I would say this is the time, okay, when
Right.
you need to really work hard, because majority of the people are not doing good these days mentally. Okay, they are really down because all negative news are coming
Right.
everywhere. So I would say this is an opportunity for all the students, that if majority of them are not studying, for you it's the right time. You just not work on your academics, but on your other skills as well. Because
Right.
going further, a student with good academics and best skill set will be
Right.
the will be getting the best job and will be excelling in this world. So
Right.
please take this as an opportunity, all my students who are listening, that
Right.
it's a good opportunity. You are at home, you don't have to go to your friend's birthday party or outing or
Mhm.
marriage or anything. Take it positively. Maybe there's something amazing for you all.
Right.
So just take this up very positively, and this will not
Right.
last long. Nothing lasts
Right.
long. So
Definitely.
then when you come out, you will have an edge over others. And that is what
Mhm.
I want for all of my students and even for my team members.
Right. Great.
So that's the final word from my side. And like,
Okay.
amazing. Thank you,
Yeah.
Nishanti.
Thank you
Really,
so much, Sagarji. Namaste, and thank you for
amazing.
all the viewers for watching us live today.
Yeah. Thank you,
So,
all the people. Thank you.
thank you. Good night,
Thank
everybody. Thank you.
you. All be safe and be happy and keep
Yeah.
smiling. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.